What's up, everybody? Caleb Dennison here. Welcome to a rather historical day here at the DTMG studios. We have never done anything like this before, and so I wanted to share it with you. This video is gonna be something that we call in the biz a run and gun video. It's not gonna be super polished, and there's no way it ever could be, because today we are going to unbox and set up the largest TV that has ever been shipped to a consumer, the largest TV that we've ever gotten in here. This would be the TCL QM891G 115-inch monster television. As you can see here, it takes up most of the width of the garage bay. It's barely shorter than I am in the box. It's also just over 200 pounds. We've got all hands on deck here, or as many hands as we could fit in here. We've got both video producers, Zeke and Chris, in the house today, as well as IT Peter. Thank you very much, Peter, for stopping by to help us out. So you'll see these guys in the video as we move along. We have some idea how this is gonna go, but what could happen is anybody's guess. And so with that, let's get into it. Okay, so if you guys can steady it, I'm gonna try and open it. Oh yeah, it says front. We did good. Okay, I celebrated a little prematurely, guys. The couch is kind of in the way here. I'm gonna push pretty hard. There we go. Oh wow, so it's double box.
Yeah, it's got like a...
Okay, Chris, I think we need the services of your knife again, dude. Got more of these plastic tabs. Maybe it's just because of the other huge TVs that we've done, but I kind of didn't see having a double box situation. Wait, we have to open both directions? Okay, quick comment. I gotta say, like, it would be nice if you got to open this, both boxes in the same direction. Like push the whole thing back so that we can kind of close the clamshell, and then whatever just happened there. Thank you, Chris. So this feels like a really good time to mention that if you buy this TV, like specifically, I know if you buy this TV from Best Buy, white glove service and installation is included. If you're gonna have it wall mounted, you'll need to buy the wall mount. But just to get this thing set up and going, that's gonna be included in the purchase price. That's something that TCL covers, and that arrangement's made with Best Buy. I imagine a lot of other retailers will also offer that. Unclear is what would happen if you bought this on Amazon. That might put it on you. Anyway, this really isn't meant to be a how-to guide on setting up this TV. We just wanted to share the experience and the enormity of this thing with you. But I did want to mention that this is not something that you have to worry about DIYing. It'll get taken care of by professionals, and I would actually recommend you let the pros take care of it. Not because you're incapable, but because when you let the pros take care of it, you remove any liability situation, and that to me sounds like a really good plan. Let's, I'll see if I can get this over in this direction. Now, apparently there's two ways you can go about doing this, and what they actually recommend is that you very carefully lay this flat on a table. I don't have a table that big, and I don't think a whole lot of people do. So we are gonna try something a little different in that we're gonna prop the table up on, or prop the TV up on this table and attach the legs that way. So now also would be a good time to explain that it does come with just regular feet. Like you could put this on a console. And in fact, I think the BDI consoles that we have here are big enough to support it. But for me, that's gonna place the TV a little bit higher than I'd like. So we're actually gonna go with the legs and just sit it on the floor. The TV also comes with these handles to help wrangle the TV a bit until you've gotten the legs on it or you've gotten it into place, and then you can just unscrew these. So we'll need to put these in just a moment, but I think we may have to lift it out of that stuff. Let's see if we can pull this plastic off and see if that exposes the areas where we're gonna wanna screw the handles in. I think we found one right here. Yep. Well, what do you think, Pete? Would you put this in your house?
Absolutely.
What do you think your family would think?
I'm crazy because there's nowhere to put this in my house.
So I'm a little bit concerned about you guys having enough grasping power to get this up.
Ooh, boy.
That's a lot, right? Okay. So with that, we should be able to expose the other two grip holes. Do you see it there?
Yep.
Cool. Wonder what the neighbors think. Are we alive?
We're alive.
Okay. 1 of 4. 3 of 4. That side is done. She stands. Yeah, so just a little lift while I get the table out from underneath it, and we're clear. Nice. A couple of subwoofers on the back, yeah. All right, we're almost done. We're about to move it into final position. Peter's got to go, so I just want to say thank you, Peter. Really appreciate it. Put her there, bud. I'll thank Chris in a minute. And Zeke behind the camera, thank you, obviously, my dude. All right, let's get this where it belongs. You know what, I like it if, Peter, actually, Chris, you can leave your side there. Peter, if you could bring this forward so that the leg is just behind the carpet line or rug line. Yeah, let's try that, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Always.
Dude, you're gonna have to come back. You're gonna have to come back by to see this thing turned on in all its glory, man. Definitely gonna have to turn this on for this video. There's no getting around that. So with that in mind, I think we need to get all of this plastic off, of which there is no small amount. I may actually have to get a step ladder to handle what's up top. That is really on there. That's the other thing. I think if you get like a professional install, like hopefully they cart away all of the cardboard and the plastic and all that other stuff. Can you imagine trying to get that in your recycle bin? Also, I think we buried the remote and the manual. It's deep, deep in there. All right, Zeke, I think this is the big one. Definitely the biggest piece of film I've ever tried to pull off of a TV. Wow. I mean, somehow it looks even bigger without the protective film on it. Well, there might be more plastic hiding on this. I actually think there might be some on the legs, but like, I can't wait any longer. We've got to plug this in and turn this thing on. Ooh, nice long power cable. Let's say 10 foot maybe? I like the in-leg cable management they've got going on here. Do the honors, man.
Whoa.
It's all you.
All right. Ready?
Yep. Oh my God, yes. Thank you. I mean, wow. Just dig the brightness of the welcome screen. This is insane. It is so huge. Okay, Google Home app. Let's get this going. Oh my gosh, this is everything I hoped it would be. You know what? I might finally watch Oppenheimer.
Oh my God.
On this TV. Like the first time I've watched Oppenheimer, I feel like this TV would do it justice. All right, well, we've got a little update to download, so. Okay, so we already had some passers-by catch the gigantic box outside and want to check out what was going on. They came through and they were absolutely blown away. But I have a neighbor who is also a YouTuber, and I've been wanting to bring him in anyway. So we're gonna see what his reaction to this TV is live. Obviously, he'll see the box too as he comes in, but we want to see what he thinks of the TV. He can appreciate great televisions as well, so I'm really excited to see what happens. I'm gonna go get him right now. Come and check this out and tell me what you think, Aaron.
That is a monster. Holy. That.
It's a family channel. Just kidding. It's really crazy, right? It's the largest consumer television ever made. It is an absolute beast, 115 inches. Guys, this is Aaron Parecki. We'll drop links to his social stuff down in the description, but he's also a YouTuber and a neighbor of mine and a friend. And yeah, we just wanted to get him over here to kind of get a live reaction. So what do you think? I mean, you're standing fairly close to it right now.
Yeah, I mean,
does it feel overwhelming, you know, given the resolution and the HDR right now, or could you get down with something like this, provided you had the space for it?
If I had the space for it. I mean, I'm impressed that I actually can't see any pixels.
Yeah.
Even though I'm this close to it, I would have expected it to look very
on a
pixely.
screen this size, right? Yeah.
I assume this is, what is this, 4K or 8K?
This is it's a 4K television.
4K television.
It's 4K content produced by Eugene Belsky. It's an HDR. And yeah, I mean, to be fair, the content is really good, but we use a lot of this content to evaluate the displays. And yeah, not too shabby, right?
Who needs a green screen if you can just have a video wall?
And you know what? We've done stuff like that with smaller TVs than this. Now, like you wouldn't need a green screen.
It's taller than me. It's taller than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost as tall as me, just in the box, you know, before we put it on the legs. But yeah, it's, I mean, you standing there for scale, it continues, like, the perspective. Yeah. Well, listen, thank you for stopping by and giving us your reaction. Like, you can't fake that. You know what I mean? I wanted to get like a legit reaction from someone who has seen a few displays in their life and kind of knows what they're looking at. So
that is amazing. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for popping by, man. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna have to do it for today's video. I gotta tell you, this is the most fun that we've had, I think, in quite some time. I mean, there really just is something about an absolutely massive screen. It's one thing when it's a projector, but when it's an actual TV, it's really just something else. And here's the thing, we've seen this TV a couple of different times before, but it was always in massive venues. We saw it at CES, huge hall. We saw it at TCL's event in New York. Again, a really big space. Here in our, you know, kind of normal living room sized studio, it really makes an impression. Yeah, it's a little overwhelming, I think, for some people's spaces, but get this thing up on the wall and you've got a true cinematic experience. I mean, I'm just talking about the scale of the TV. There's a lot to dig into on this thing for the review, and we're going to be pretty heavily scrutinizing, because let's be honest, this TV is very expensive. Size will get you pretty far, but once you get past the sheer scale of it, we need to see that premium performance. I'm pretty optimistic, but believe me, I'm gonna spend a good several days watching this TV. It's gotta be done. It's just gotta be done, guys. And when I see you next, it'll be with a full review on this television. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please let us know by leaving a like. Don't forget to subscribe. You're not gonna wanna miss this review when it comes out. Hit that notification bell so you see when this review comes out. Leave me a comment down below about what you think about this TV. I'll see you on the next one. And until then, here's 2 other videos I think you might like. Okay, this one says L. I'm assuming that means left and not loser.